Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have shown you how to design the sign-in page. So if you have not watched that video, then just go to the description. There I put the link for my previous video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a database, at a real-time database in the Firebase, and how to connect the Firebase with our app. So let's start with that. So I'm going to stop this, and before we start connecting our app, first thing I want to change the startup page. So initially here you can see this, when our app starts, we have the sign in page which we have designed in the last video. So I'm going to change this one. I'm going to cut this one and move back to the sign up activity, and between this I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to restart the application. And here you can see this, now we have the sign up page. So now the task for this one is done. Let me close this and we move back over here. We need to click on tools and we have to click on Firebase. Just click on this and one pop-up will be open like this one. Make sure your system is connected with the internet, because we are going to use the internet to add the dependency and to connect the app with the Firebase. So move back to the top and click on this authentication. Just click on this and click on this one. Authenticate using a custom authentication system. Either will look like this in your system, or there will be some different like authenticate with email ID and password. If that is available in your device, then you have to just select that. I'm going to select this one. Just click on this and here we will find one option to connect to Firebase. So when I click on this, and here you can see this could not pass the Android application module Gradle config, resolve Gradle build issue or resync. Here you can see this one warning is over here, which is restricting me to connect to the Firebase. So I'm going to click on OK and move back into this one, build.gradle, and here you can see this, we don't have any error or any warning over here. And if we move back inside this one, no error is available over here. So where is issue remains? So we need to move back inside this one, build.gradle, and here you can see this, we have one warning, this repository is going to shut down. So whenever we try to connect with the Firebase, let's check that if this one is available, this one is added in our build.gradle or not. So if this one is added, then it's restrict us from connecting to the Firebase. So I'm going to remove this, and you can also remove this line, not an issue. So I've removed it and click on sync now. And here you can see this, now the syncing is done. I'm going to close this and move back over here, click on assist, or you can simply click on this tools and click on Firebase and just move back to the top. Authentication, click on this one, and this time connect to Firebase. When I click on this, it will open our browser. So make sure you actually log in with your email ID, one email ID. So I'm logged in with my btechdays.care@gmail.com, and here we have already created other projects, so that's why these are visible. So I'm going to create a new project. Just click on this. For the first time, you will find only like this, add project or create project. So just click on this, and I'm going to name this one BD chat, and I'm going to name this chat video. Okay, so BD chat video, make sure this one is unique and click on continue, and we have to just disable this and click on create project. It will take few seconds to create a project. We have to wait till then. This completely depends on your internet speed. And finally, it's finishing up BD chat video creation. And here you can see this, your new project is ready. If I click on continue, and here you can see this, now this one is loading and it will ask me to connect. And here we have the option to connect. Just click on this and your Android Studio project is connected to your Firebase Android app. So what will happen when we click on connect? If we move back to our app, and here you can observe that, go to this one and click on project, and if I extend this, and here you can see this, we have one in the Gradle. Let me just open this in the app. Yeah, here we can see this, we have google-services.json. This code is responsible to connect to our Firebase database. Okay, so this one is automatically added whenever we click on that connect. So we don't need to make any changes inside this one, just change this one to Android to back. Okay, so now in this one our project is created. and we have successfully connected with the Firebase. So let me close this and move back over here, not inside this one, over here. So here we will see this. We have just, let me refresh it, and here we have BD chat video. We have to click on this and move back inside this one. So here we have to make few changes inside this authentication, and we also have to create a real-time database. Before that, move back inside our app in which we are working, and first thing we have to add a dependency. That is, we have connected the app with the Firebase. Next thing, we have to just click on this, and here you can see this, it will ask for the following dependency: accept changes, and here you can see this, configure project, build Gradle, and it's adding the dependency and synchronizing. So just move back over here, and dependency set up correctly. Here you can see there's a message is green tick. If I move back over here, let me just minimize this, and here you can see this, by default this one is added, com.google.firebase or firebase-auth is added, the dependency is added inside this one. Next thing, let me just open this and move back inside this one. Now the authentication part is done. We also need to create a real-time database. For that, just click on this and get started with real-time database. Just click on this, and here you can see this, our app is already connected, so we simply need to add the dependency. Just click on this and accept changes, and now the dependency is added. Here you can see this, the Firebase database, and we have added this, and the synchronization is automatically done. So I'm going to make some space over here. Here you can see this, the version of this Firebase database also added. So in the future, if this version is changed, then we need to manually change it over here. To overcome this issue, we are going to use the Firebase BOM. So move back inside this one and visit this link. I'm going to put this link in the description of this video. Just visit over there, and you can also read other stuff over here. So I'm going to use this one. Import the BOM for the Firebase platform. So I'm going to copy this. This is the latest version. So I'm going to use this one. Move back over here, and I'm going to paste it over here, this one, and I'm going to remove this now. Okay, if we need to actually put this above this one, and click on sync now. So this is the latest version, and for now the Firebase database version is 20 point something. So if there is any changes or upgradation in the Firebase database, then it will automatically adapt it with the help of this Firebase BOM. Okay, so now we are free with this version of the Firebase database. Now this task is done and the syncing is also done. Okay, so we have added all this stuff inside this one. Now move back into this one. We have added the dependency for Firebase authentication and for the real-time database. Next thing, we have to just move back over here. Why we have created the real-time database? Why we have added the real-time database dependency in our app? Because we are going to store some data of the users in the real-time database, and also we are going to store the chats and other stuff in the real-time database. Okay, so move back inside this one, and first thing we have to just click on this get on authentication, get started. Here we have to enable this one, that is email and password, because we are going to sign up with the email ID and password. So click on this and enable this one, and just click on save. Here you can see this, you will see a pop-up like this one, that is enabled. Next thing, we have to move to this one, that is real-time database. Here we have to just simply click on this create database, click on next, start in logged mode and enable this. After this, we have, here you can see this, our database is created, BD chat video dash default dash RTDB. Next thing, we have to set the rules for this database. So just click on this one, rules, edit rules, and here we have to just change this one to true so that we can actually perform the read and write operation. So true, and click on publish. Now our rule is published. It will show some warning, so I don't care for now. Just close this and move back over here. So now our database is created and everything is set up, and our app is connected with the Firebase database. And one more thing what we have to do is, inside this one, we are going to actually use the binding feature, view binding feature in our app throughout the development of this project. Why we are going to use this view binding? So in the previous time, we used find view by ID to find a view for a particular text fields or button in every XML file. So in that issue, While using that, we may face different issues. Like suppose if we have given the name txt username in the two XML files, then we can't able to figure out which text box is for which XML file. By using the view binding, uh, we don't face such type of issue. We are going to fetch only those text fields and button which is available to a particular view. So for that, to use that, we have to actually add a small stuff inside this one. So make some space over here and you have to manually type it like build features, and we have to open up the curly braces and set this one. We have to simply write view binding and make this one true. And now click on sync now. And now our task is done. So we have collected our app with the Firebase successfully. We have created the real-time database. We have set the rules for the real-time database to read and write operation. We have enabled the authentication with the email ID and the password and the username. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to code for the sign up page, how to actually create a new account, and how we are going to save the authentication password. Whatever, suppose there is a new user sign up, then one record will be created over here, and we are going to store that record also in our real-time database under the users. So I'm going to show these stuff in the next video. Till then, subscribe, like and share with your friends, and thanks for watching.